I read that you were quoted as saying this album is quote unquote no fillers, all killers. Tell me about that.
Right. Well, I guess that was pretty much the game plan that we had when we started writing this album, was to make a very cohesive, concise 10-track album with no filler and all killer. But whether we succeeded in that ambition or not, I mean, that's up to the listener to judge. But at least that was our game plan, and I think that, in my opinion, we accomplished it.
Yeah, in my opinion too, and I think anybody who's listened to it probably is going to think the same way. And those who haven't listened to it and hopefully will go out and buy it and listen to it, I think they're going to be happy with the money they spent on it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. You guys recorded this album yourself in your own studio, correct?
Not all of it, but most of it. We recorded drums in Denmark in Hansen Studios with Jacob Hansen, who mixed and mastered the album as well. But all of the rest we recorded ourselves, which is the way that we have been working for the past couple of years. And one way of working that we are very comfortable with, and it allows us to get the best out of ourselves and doing it that way.
Yeah, and it's probably more cost effective too.
That too. See, all benefits.
Yeah, there you go. So the press package says each song has a story or message. So let's get into the album, starting with some of the singles and videos. Starting with one of my favorite songs, and that's yours.
Cool. Yeah, this is in many ways a bit of a standout track on the album. Dynamically, it's quite different. I guess you could call it more of a ballad-esque kind of song, or a power piece or whatever. But when we knew that we had a lot of time leading up to the album release, from when we started releasing singles, we knew that we would release more singles than usual, and then it was pretty much a given that we would release yours, considering it's one of my favorite songs off the album, and also that it shows off a different kind of dynamic than most of the songs on the album.
Yeah. Another single and video was Advent, which came out quite some time ago. A cool video in like a brick basement. Tell me a little bit about that song.
Yeah, I mean, the video itself, that was a hot shoot. We were about 1 meter away from all those flames going off in the video. So I remember that quite vividly. But the song itself is also a bit of a standout song on the album. It's got one of those more maybe traditional hard rock kind of riffs going through the whole song, and a big arena kind of chorus. And I think that it was just we felt that it was a ballsy kind of statement to go out with that song as the very first single off the Final Advent album.
Yeah, and got me pumped up for the album, and then I had to wait so long to hear the full album, but it was definitely a good teaser song.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit too long in advance. The album was supposed to be out in April, but
okay.
The album finally got postponed to August due to various reasons that I guess you can sum up with one word: COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Advent, that was the idea. So I'm glad to hear that it worked.
Yeah, I mean, I would just like to go through one interview without something with COVID, fucking up things in the world.
I guess that's pretty much impossible at this point. But
exactly.